Have you ever woken up and felt a stranger in your own body? A stiffness in your joints that wasn't there a decade ago. A quiet conversation of aches and pains that seems to have become your morning greeting. It's a language many of us over 50 begin to understand intimately. Society tells you this is a battle, a war against aging. It sells you on the idea that you must fight your body, discipline it, push it, and conquer it. But what if this entire premise is profoundly mistaken? What if the stiffness you feel is not a declaration of war, but a request for a conversation? Ancient wisdom from the East offers a different path. It's not about defying age, but about aligning with life. It's a path of profound friendship with your body. This philosophy doesn't see movement as a chore or a punishment. It sees movement as a form of sacred communication, a daily ritual that brings you back into harmony with the vessel that carries you through this world. Today, I will guide you through this very path. We will explore 6 simple, yet transformative movements. These are not exercises in the Western sense of building muscle or burning calories. They are invitations. Invitations to unlock a sense of vitality, balance, and inner peace that you may have thought was lost to the years. This requires no gym, no special equipment, just your presence and your willingness to listen. Before we begin this journey, let's make a collective intention. Let's declare a new relationship with ourselves. In the comments below, I invite you to type the words MYBODUISMYALY. Let this be your first step, a declaration that you are moving from a place of conflict to a place of communion. Type MYBODUISMYALY and join this circle of awareness. And if you feel a resonance with this approach to well-being, this quiet path of wisdom, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Join our community as we explore these deeper currents of life together. Now, let us begin. The first movement, the awakening of the river. Let's begin by introducing the first ritual. We call it the awakening of the river. It is a simple, fluid motion for your spine, a way to greet the day. Think about how you feel when you first rise from bed. Is there a sense of rigidity in your lower back? A feeling that your whole torso is locked in place, like a piece of frozen timber? This is the anchor point. It's that familiar, almost accepted discomfort that makes the simple act of putting on your socks feel like a challenge. It's the physical residue of a night's stillness, but it's also more than that. It is the body holding on to the tensions of yesterday, the unspoken worries that have settled into your physical form. From this place of awareness, we ascend to a deeper understanding. The sages of old didn't see the spine as just a stack of bones. They saw it as the primary river of life force, the central channel through which your vitality flows. When this river is stagnant, clogged with the sediment of stress and inactivity, your entire being feels sluggish and heavy. The stiffness you feel is a signal that the flow is blocked. Nature itself reveals this truth. A river that does not flow becomes a swamp. So too with the energy in your body. This movement is not about stretching a muscle. It is about gently coaxing your inner river back into its natural, graceful flow. Here is the practice. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, knees softly bent. Place your hands on your hips, and now, very slowly, begin to move your hips in a gentle circular motion. Not a forceful, sharp hula hoop gyration, but a slow, deliberate circle, like you are stirring a great, calm pool of water within you. Imagine you are polishing the inside of your own torso. Feel the movement originate deep within your core. After a few rotations in one direction, gently reverse. As you do this, bring your breath into the motion. Inhale as you circle forward, exhale as you circle back. Let your upper body sway gently in response, like reeds on a riverbank. Your head and neck remain relaxed. You are not forcing anything. You are simply inviting movement. You are asking your inner river to flow. What you are doing here is far more than a warm-up. You are re-establishing communication with the core of your physical being. You are telling your body, with kindness and compassion, it is safe to let go. It is safe to be fluid again. With each rotation, you are clearing the blockages not just physically, but energetically. You are washing away the residue of yesterday and creating a clear channel for the day ahead. This simple, circular motion is a profound act of renewal. It is a declaration that you will not begin your day as a stagnant pond, but as a living, flowing river. The second movement, the rooting of the mountain. Now, we turn our attention to the foundation. This second movement is called the rooting of the mountain. It is a practice of stillness that cultivates unshakable balance. Let's anchor this in a feeling that might be all too familiar. Do you ever feel a flicker of uncertainty when you step off a curb? A slight wobble when you reach for something on a high shelf? It's a subtle, creeping erosion of confidence in your own footing. This isn't just about physical balance. It's about a deeper feeling of being ungrounded in the world. Life, especially as the years go on, can feel like it's pulling you in 1,000 different directions. This feeling of being unsteady on your feet is often a mirror of an internal state of being uncentered and untethered. You worry about a fall, but the deeper fear is a loss of your own solid place in the world. Let us ascend from this fear to a place of wisdom. Observe a great mountain. It does not strain or struggle. It simply is. Its power comes not from aggression, but from its immense connection to the earth. It is deeply and completely rooted. The laws of nature teach us that stability comes from this connection. An ancient tree with shallow roots will be toppled by the first strong wind, but one with roots that run deep into the soil becomes a sanctuary. In the same way, your physical and mental stability depend on your ability to connect with the ground beneath you. This movement is not an act of balancing, but an act of rooting. You are not trying to avoid falling. You are remembering how to be unmovable. The practice is one of pure simplicity. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart, parallel to each other. Soften your knees slightly so they are not locked. Let your arms hang comfortably at your sides. Now, close your eyes if you feel safe, or fix your gaze on a single point in front of you. Shift your awareness entirely to the soles of your feet. Feel the texture of the floor beneath you. Feel every part of your foot making contact, the heel, the ball, the toes. Imagine that you are growing roots from the bottom of your feet, deep down into the very heart of the earth. Feel that connection. Feel the steady, solid, supportive energy of the earth rising up through these roots, into your legs, up your spine. You are not holding yourself up with tension. You are being held up by the earth. Stand in this rooted awareness for a full minute. Your only task is to feel the connection and breathe. Breathe down into your roots on the exhale, and draw up the earth's stability on the inhale. When you practice the rooting of the mountain, you are fundamentally shifting your relationship with gravity and with life's challenges. You cease to be a fragile object at the mercy of external forces. You become a part of the landscape. You discover a source of immense, quiet power that has been there all along, right beneath your feet. This is more than a balance exercise. It is a daily practice of finding your center, of remembering that no matter what winds may blow in your life, you have a place of profound and unshakable stability to which you can always return. The third movement, the unfurling of the sky from the deep earth. We now reach toward the boundless sky. This third movement is named the unfurling of the sky, a gesture of gentle opening and expansion. What is the anchor for this movement? It's the posture of a life lived. Think about the thousands of hours you've spent hunched over a desk, or cradling children, or carrying groceries, or shielding your heart from life's difficulties. Your body keeps the score. You might feel it as a persistent tightness in your shoulders, a rounding of your upper back, a feeling that your chest is concave, slightly collapsed inward. It can feel like you are carrying a physical weight, but this posture is also an emotional armor. It's the body's way of protecting itself, of closing off. This physical contraction often mirrors a contraction of the spirit, a sense that your world is becoming smaller, that your possibilities are narrowing. Now, we ascend into the profound wisdom behind this gesture. Ancient teachings often speak of the intimate connection between one's physical posture and one's state of consciousness. A closed posture fosters a closed mind. A constricted chest restricts not only your breath, but also your capacity to feel joy, openness, and connection. To unfurl the body is to unfurl the spirit. Imagine a flower in the morning. It does not force itself open. It responds to the light, gently, petal by petal. This movement is your response to the light. It is an act of gentle, intentional opening. You are not stretching to achieve a goal. You are creating the space within yourself to receive the vastness of the sky, the vastness of your own life. The practice is an act of grace. Stand in your rooted, mountain stance. Turn your palms to face forward, a subtle but significant gesture of receptivity. On a slow, deep inhalation, begin to raise your arms out to the sides and up toward the sky. Don't rush. Feel the movement through your entire wingspan. Let your gaze gently follow your hands. Reach up, not with strain, but with a sense of joyful lengthening. Imagine your fingertips could gently touch the clouds. For a moment at the peak of your inhalation, feel that expansive openness in your chest and heart. Then, on a long, slow exhalation, bring your arms back down, just as gracefully as they rose. Repeat this 3 to 5 times, making the breath and the movement a seamless, flowing dance. You are inhaling the sky and exhaling all that keeps you small. With each unfurling of the sky, you are consciously reversing the lifelong habit of contraction. You are sending a powerful message to your nervous system. I am open. I am safe. I am ready to receive. This is not just a shoulder stretch. It is a ritual of liberation. It creates physical space for your lungs to breathe more deeply, for your heart to beat more freely. But more importantly, it creates emotional and spiritual space. It reminds you that no matter your age, you always have the capacity to expand, to reach, to open up to the magnificent, boundless sky of your own potential. The fourth movement, the rhythm of the ocean. Now we move from the visible to the invisible, to the very essence of life itself. The fourth ritual is the rhythm of the ocean. It is not so much a movement as it is a practice of conscious breathing. Let's anchor this in the chaos of the modern mind. Do you find your thoughts often racing, replaying past conversations, or worrying about future events? Do you sometimes feel a low, level hum of anxiety that you can't quite trace? Notice your breathing in these moments. It's likely to be shallow, rapid, and confined to the very top of your chest. This way of breathing is the body's emergency signal. It keeps your nervous system in a perpetual state of fight or flight. It creates a choppy, frantic inner sea, and we forget that beneath the surface turmoil, there exists a place of deep, silent calm. Our culture teaches us to manage our thoughts, but rarely do we learn to manage the very breath that fuels them. The ascent to wisdom here is realizing that the breath is the bridge. It is the sacred link between your conscious mind and your autonomic nervous system, between your physical body and your subtle energy. A profound truth, understood by sages for millennia, is that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your breath. As the breath is, so is the mind. To calm the storm of your thoughts, you do not wrestle with the waves on the surface. You go deeper. You find the calm, powerful, tidal rhythm of the great ocean that exists within your own lungs. The ocean does not rush. Its rhythm is immense, steady, and eternal. By aligning your breath with this rhythm, you align your entire being with a state of profound peace. The practice can be done standing or seated. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. For the first few breaths, simply observe without judgment. Notice which hand moves more. For most of us, it will be the top hand. Now, we will intentionally shift this. Close your mouth and prepare to breathe only through your nose. On your next inhalation, consciously guide the breath down, past your chest, deep into your belly. Your goal is to make the hand on your belly rise, while the hand on your chest remains relatively still. Imagine you are filling a vessel from the bottom up. Then, on your exhalation, slowly and gently release the air, feeling your belly fall. Try to make your exhalation slightly longer than your inhalation. Perhaps you inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. Do not strain. Find a rhythm that feels like a gentle, soothing tide. A slow filling and a long, complete release. Continue for a minute or two. This is the breath of life. It is the way babies breathe naturally. Practicing the rhythm of the ocean is a homecoming. You are teaching your body its native language of calm. This diaphragmatic breathing massages your internal organs, lowers your heart rate, and signals to every cell in your body that you are safe. It takes you out of the frantic state of survival and into a state of mindful presence. This practice costs nothing, takes minutes, and is the single most powerful tool you possess for managing stress and cultivating inner tranquility. It is remembering how to be the calm, deep ocean, not just the storm-tossed waves on the surface. The fifth movement, the weaving of the garden. We now bring our focus from the vast and grand to the intimate and intricate. The fifth movement is the weaving of the garden. It is a ritual for the hands, a practice of nurturing our connection to the world. Let's begin by anchoring in a common experience of frustration. Have you ever fumbled with a button, struggled to open a jar, or felt a stiffness in your knuckles on a cold morning that makes small tasks feel monumental? We often take our hands for granted until their dexterity begins to fade. This can feel like a deep loss of independence and competence. Our hands are our primary tools for interacting with the world, for creating, for comforting, for holding. When they become stiff, painful, or less reliable, it can feel as if our very ability to connect with life is diminishing. We see it as an inevitable part of wear and tear. But if we ascend to a more enlightened perspective, we can see this differently. In Eastern philosophy, the body is viewed as a garden. It requires constant, gentle tending. You would not ignore the small, delicate blossoms in your garden, for they are essential to its overall beauty and health. Your hands, with their incredible network of tiny bones, joints, nerves, and muscles, are like the most intricate flower beds in your body's garden. They are not meant to be overworked and then abandoned. They require mindful attention, gentle cultivation. This movement is not an aggressive exercise for grip strength. It is an act of loving kindness toward the part of you that has served you so tirelessly. It is a form of mindful weaving, keeping the pathways of energy and sensation open and alive. The practice itself is beautifully simple. Sit or stand comfortably. Hold your hands out in front of you. Begin by slowly, one at a time, opening and closing each hand into a gentle fist. Do this not with force, but with a fluid grace, as if you are watching a sea anemone pulse in the water. Feel every joint in your fingers. After several repetitions, open your hands and spread your fingers wide like a starfish. Then bring them back together. Feel the stretch. Next, touch your thumb to the tip of each finger, one by one, from your index finger to your pinky and back again. Do this deliberately, with full awareness of the sensation of touch. Finally, interlace your fingers and gently roll your wrists in a slow, figure 8 pattern. The entire time, your breath remains calm and steady. You are bringing warm, conscious energy into your hands. When you practice the weaving of the garden, you are doing far more than an arthritis prevention exercise. You are honoring the instruments of your agency in the world. You are nurturing the very endpoints of your nervous system, the place where you touch and are touched by life. You are sending a flow of healing energy, of gratitude, to these incredible tools. This mindful attention can help maintain mobility, ease stiffness, and keep your hands feeling like a vital, responsive part of you, rather than a source of frustration. It is a quiet promise to tend to every part of your garden, especially the most delicate blossoms. The sixth movement, the bow of the setting sun. We conclude our practice as the day concludes, with a gesture of release and gratitude. This final movement is the bow of the setting sun. Let us anchor this movement in the weight we carry at the end of the day. Do you feel it? A weariness not just in your muscles, but in your spirit. A tightness in your hamstrings and lower back from sitting, from standing, from bearing the load of your responsibilities. We often end our days by collapsing onto a couch, distracting ourselves, carrying the unprocessed tensions and energies of the day with us into our rest. There is no formal closing, no ritual to mark the transition. We just stop. This leaves the body holding on to everything, preparing to carry it into the next morning, perpetuating the cycle of stiffness and fatigue. The ascension of wisdom here lies in the profound power of a conscious ending. In nature, every day has a graceful conclusion. The sun does not crash below the horizon, it sets in a blaze of glory. It lets go of the day. A bow in Eastern cultures is not a sign of subservience, it is a gesture of profound respect, humility, and gratitude. In this movement, you are bowing to the day that has passed. You are bowing to your own body for having carried you through it. You are releasing the physical tension in your spine and legs. And in doing so, you are also releasing the emotional and mental burdens you have accumulated. It is an act of consciously emptying your vessel so that it may be filled anew tomorrow. The practice is one of respectful surrender. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, knees soft. Place your hands on your thighs for support. On a long, slow exhalation, begin to hinge forward from your hips, keeping your back as straight as you comfortably can. Go only as far as you feel a gentle stretch in the back of your legs. This is not about touching your toes. Let your head hang heavy, releasing any tension in your neck. You are the setting sun, gracefully bowing to the horizon. Hold this gentle forward fold for 3 deep ocean breaths. With each exhalation, feel yourself letting go. Let go of one worry. Let go of one frustration. Let go of the physical clenching in your back. To come up, place your hands on your thighs. Bend your knees deeply, and on an inhalation, slowly roll your spine back up to standing, one vertebra at a time, with your head being the last thing to rise. This final gesture is a powerful bookend to your day. The bow of the setting sun is a profound statement of completion. It prevents the tensions of today from becoming the stiffness of tomorrow. It teaches your body the art of letting go, which is one of the most vital skills for graceful aging. You are honoring your journey, acknowledging your efforts, and consciously choosing to release what no longer serves you. It is a quiet, powerful ritual that transforms the end of your day from a collapse into a ceremony of peace. These 6 movements are a path. They are a daily conversation with your own life force. They are a way of moving through your years, not as a struggle against time, but as a graceful dance with it. This is not a quick fix, but a lifelong practice of friendship with your body. It is the wisdom of alignment over antagonism, of harmony over struggle. The journey you have started today is a promise to yourself, a promise to listen more closely, to move more kindly, and to inhabit your body with a newfound sense of reverence and partnership. This is the foundation of true wellness. As you continue on this path of conscious living, of choosing wisdom over worry, consider making this community a part of your journey. By subscribing to this channel, you are not just watching videos, you are making a commitment to your own evolution. You are saying yes to a life of greater vitality, clarity, and peace. Click that subscribe button and let's walk this path of awakening together. May you move with grace, and may you live with profound peace.